Shalom and welcome to this week's Hebrew class. My name is Tom Howling and I'll facilitate this lesson for you. And we are dealing with Yochanan or John chapter 4 verses 18 to 21. So let us begin. And as I like to always do, we have a chart of the Nikud, which are the valve markings and how you can use them in your readings, and these useful resources. So let us begin. And of course, we know that the actual verses are represented with letters. Yod is the 10th letter, so its value is 10, and Chet has a value of 8. And then we go through the letters. Kaf, Yod, Bayet, Ayin, Lamed, Yod, Mem, Sofit, Mem at the end of a word, Chet, Mem, Shin, Hey. Hey, Yod, Vav, Lamed, Kaf, Sofit, Vav, Aleph, Shin, Resh, Ayin, Tav, Hey. And we read it. Ki, for, Be'alim, husbands, and it comes from the root Baal, which is a masculine noun or adjective meaning husband, owner, possessor, lord, and even a Canaanite deity. Then we have Chamisha, which is 5, Hayu, there were, Lak, for you or to you, Va'asher, and who, Ata, now. And the translation is, for you have had 5 husbands, and whom now? And now we read it. Ki be'alim chamisha hayu lak va'asher ata. And the direct translation, for husbands 5 there were, for you, and who now? And then we come to 18b, and we have a Lamed, Kaf Sofit, Aleph Yod Nun Nun Vav, Lamed Kaf Sofit, Bayet Ayin Lamed Kaf Sofit, Lamed Kaf Nun Sofit, Aleph Mem Tav, Hey Dalet Vayet Resh. And so we now can read or translate, right? We have luck, and it means for you. A, nay, nu, not he. Now the nu here is an interesting one. If we look down here, we know that ayin is a masculine noun, and it means naught, nil, not, nothing. But the word enenu, we have a grammar rule. The new ending is not we or us, as we would tend to expect, but the dagesh makes it singular, therefore he or it. And then we have lak, which is to you. Balek. Balek meaning your husband. Of course, same root, Baal. And then we have laken, therefore, because laken as an adverb can mean therefore, so, yes, for so, then, consequently. And then emet, meaning true, it can mean truth, but true, ha-da-var, the word. So whom you have now is not your husband, therefore true is the statement. That's how it's translated. And so now we can read it. Lak, e, ne, nu. Lak, balek, laken, emet, ha-davar. For you, not he to you, your husband, therefore true the word. And now we have part C. And the left shin resh, dalet, bayet, resh, tav. So we read, shir. that dibarte, you spoke. Now, an interesting point is that the word at, as we have it here, is a feminine singular pronoun for you. So it seems that that's what we have at the end. You spoke. That you spoke. So true is the word that you spoke. So now we read it. Asher dibarte. That you spoke. And so we come to 19, represented with Yod, 10, and a Tet, 9, the ninth letter of the alphabet. Then we have Vav, Tav, Aleph, Mem, Resh, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Vav. Hey, Aleph, Shin, Hey, Aleph, Dalet, Nun, Yod, Resh, Aleph, Hey, Aleph, Nun, Kaf, Yod. So we read it. Va, to, mer. And she said, so how do we get that? If we look down here, firstly, we've got that amar means to say, right? Or speak. So where a future prefix has a vav, before it, without a shavar beneath, the tense is reversed, so it becomes perfect or a completed action. So this tav can be representative of a feminine form, and it's also future. But with the vav, it becomes a completed action. So we read it, and she said. Elev unto him, and of course the vav at the end is him. Ha-isha, meaning the woman. Adoni, my master. Ro'a. And I've used seeing because it looks like a participle. Anoki, I am. And the translation, true is what you spoke. The woman said to him, my master, I see. So I've used it as a participle form, seeing I am, or I see. And of course we have ra'a, which is a code verb to see, to perceive, to understand. So now we can read that. Va to mer, elev, ha-isha, adoni, ro'a, anoki. And she said unto him, the woman, my master, seeing I am. And now we have part B, we have a kaf, a yod, a nun, a vayet, a yod, and a aleph. And aleph, tav, hey. So we read it. Ki, that, navi, a prophet. If we look down here, navi as a masculine noun means prophet, visionary, soothsayer, or seer. Or seer. And then we have navia, which is a feminine noun, and it means prophetess. And so, I see you are a prophet. And so we can read that. Ki, navi, atta. That a prophet, you. And now we have a kaf, which has a value of 20. And we go through the letters. Aleph, vayet, vav, tav, yod, nun, vav, hey, shin, tav, chet, vav, vav, bet, hey, resh, hey, zion, hey, vav, aleph, tav, mem, so fit. And therefore, we now begin our reading. And the first word is avotenu, our fathers, because avot means fathers. And it's like a construct form. So you could even translate it as the fathers of us. But generally it's translated our fathers. Because this tells us it's a construct form connected with that. And then we have Hishtachavu. They worshipped. Now, of course, the root of that is this part, Shatachav, which means literally to bow down and prostrate. So they worshipped or bowed down. Bahar, in the mountain, Haze, this. Ve'atem, and you, now I've added are, and we'll see that why. But the you is plural. So therefore the translation is, our fathers worshipped on this mountain, and you. And I've given you avot, just to show you how it fits in. And so we read it. Avotenu, hishtachavu, bahar hazeh, ve'atem. Our fathers, they worshipped in the mountain this, and you are. And the reason I added are, we'll see right now. And it comes from the first word. But we'll go through the letters first. Aleph, Mem, Resh, Yod, Mem, Safit. Yod, Resh, Vav, Shin, Lamed, Yod, Mem, Safit. Hey, Yod, Aleph. Hey, Mem, Kuf, Vav, Mem, Safit. Hey, Nun, Veyet, Chet, Resh. And we begin with Rim, which could be best translated as saying. So it's a participle form, and that's why I put you are saying. Yerushalayim, Yerushalayim, Jerusalem. He, which can mean she, because generally places are considered feminine, so you could say she is, but if you like, you can say it is. Hamakom, the place, ha-nivchar, the one chosen. Now, if we look down here, we got amar first, meaning that's the root word, the kal verb to say, to tell. And then he is a feminine pronoun, she, it, or she is. Makom as a masculine noun means place, space, spot, or position. And nifchar is the verb chosen, selected. As an adjective, it can mean choice or best. But it has its root in bachar, which is the kal verb to choose, to select. So the English is, you say Yerushalayim, or Jerusalem is the place chosen. And so now we can read it. Omrim Yerushalayim, he ha-makom ha-nivchar. Saying Yerushalayim, she is the place, the one chosen. And now we have 20c, we have a lamed, hey, shin, tav, chet, vav, tav, shin, mem, hey. And then we read it. Lehish ta chavot, to worship. Why is it chavot? So the ending of to worship is said, though rarely as vot, with the vav spoken, though in most cases only the vowel is voiced. So often when we have like the vowel there, it'll be ot, but in some cases it's vot. We actually pronounce the vav. So in this case we do. And then we have shama, there, the chosen place to worship there. So now we are able to read this one. And so we read it. Lehishtachavot. Shema. To worship there. And now we come to 21, which is represented with a calf, 20, and then left 1. And then we go through the letters. Vav, Yod, Aleph, Mem, Resh, Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Hey, Vav, Shin, Ayin, Aleph, Shin, Hey, Aleph, Mem, Yod, Nun, Yod, Lamed, Yod. And we read it. Va, Yomer. And he said, there's no pronoun, so we know it's he. Eleha. Unto her. Now, why is it ha? And that's why we've got the note down here. The valve at the end of unto her is spoken after the consonant, as all vowels are, except the ptak, as in Mashiach. So that's the rare occasion where the valve's spoken before. So here it's spoken after. Unto her. Eleha. And then we have Yahushua or Yahusha. Isha, meaning woman. Ha'amini, believe. Now the ending there gives us an imperative. So believe li, to me. Though it's got very similar ending with the chirik and the yod, this one's imperative. This one means to me. So Yeshua said to her, woman, believe me. And I've given you this amin, as native means true, reliable, faithful. He'emin is a verb to believe in. And so now we can read that one. Vayomer Eleha Yahushua Isha Ha'amini Li. And he said unto her, Yahusha, woman, believe to me. And often that's just translated, believe me. And 21b, we have a kaf, yod, tav, veit, vav, aleph, shin, ayin, hey, aleph, shin, resh, lamed, aleph, tav, shin, tav, chet, vav, lamed, aleph, veit. So we read it. Ki, for, tavo, it shall come. I've added that because where there's no pronoun, it could be he, but it can be it. It shall come. Sha'ah, meaning an hour. Asher, that. Lo, not. Tish, tachavu, you shall worship. Why is it you rather than they shall worship? Because of the tav in front of it. It's sort of like a second person indication. You shall worship. La'av, to the Father. So believe me that an hour shall come when you shall not worship the Father. And I've given you sha'ah as a feminine noun. It means hour or time. And tish tachav, meaning to stretch out as in prostration. And that, of course, is symbolic of meaning to worship. Or it shows the image of worship. So now we read it. Ki, for, ta, now let's just read it, sorry. Ki, tavo, sha'ah, asher, lo, tish, tachavu, la'av. And the translation. For it shall come an hour that not you shall worship to the Father. And so now we come to 21c, and we have a Beit, Hey, Resh, Hey, Zion, Hey, Vav, Lamed, Aleph, Veit, Yod, Resh, Vav, Shin, Lamed Yod Mem Safit. So it is Bahar, meaning in the mountain. Hazeh, this. Velo, and not Yerushalayim, in Jerusalem, that is. Not shall you worship the Father on this mountain, nor in Jerusalem. So let's read that. Bahar hazeh velo b'Yerushalayim, in the mountain this, and not in Jerusalem. And now finally we come to our revision for this week. And we know we got a Yod and a Chet, so we know we're in 10 and 8, which is 18. Ki for Be'alim, husbands, Chamisha, 5, Hayu, there were, Lak, for you, Va'asher, and who, Ata, now. And the translate, for husbands, 5, there were for you, and who now? Luck to you, for you, Ene nu, not he. Luck to you, or for you, Balek, meaning your husband. Laken, therefore, emet, truth or true, hadavar, the word, for you, not he, to you, your husband. Therefore, true, the word, asher, that, dibar te, you spoke, that you spoke. And now we come to Yod 10, Tet 9. We're in 19. Vato mer, and she said, Elev, unto him, Ha'isha, the woman, Adoni, my master, Ro'ah, seeing, Anoki, I am. She said unto him, the woman, my master, seeing I am. Ki, that, Navi, a prophet, Ata, you. That a prophet, you. And then we have a kaf, which has a value of 20. Avo te nu, our fathers, hishtchavu, worshipped, they worshipped, Bahar, in the mountain, hazeh, this, ve'atem, and you, that's a plural you, our fathers, they worshipped, in the mountain this, and you are Omrim, saying, Yerushalayim, Jerusalem, she is, or it is, Hamakom, the place, Ha'nivchar, the one chosen. Saying, Yerushalayim, she is the place, the one chosen. Lehishta chavot, to worship, shama, there. To worship there. And then we have Kaf, 20, Aleph, 1. We're in 21. Vayomer, and he said, Eleha, unto her, Yahushua, Isha, woman, Ha'amini, believe, li, to me. And he said unto her, Yahushua, woman, believe, an imperative, to me. And then we have Ki for Tavo, it shall come, Sha'ar, an hour, Ashir, that, lo, not, Tish, ta, chavu, you shall worship, la'av, to the Father, for it shall come an hour that not you shall worship to the Father, Bahar, in the mountain, Hazeh this, Velo and not be Yerushalayim, in Jerusalem. In the mountain this, and not in Yerushalayim. And now finally we come to our valve markings, just to refresh ourselves as we do each week, just so that we're totally aware of how to use them. The kamatz is a longer A sound. That's why it's kamatz. Whereas patak is a shorter A. Zere is a longer E sound. Segol is a short E sound. Shavar, of course, breaks up the word into its syllables and generally has no sound after it, but it can in some cases. And then we have cholam, that's the O sound. And then we have shuruk, that's the U sound, but relatively short. Then we have kubutz, which is a bit longer U sound. Then we have a combination of shavar and segol. It's called a kataf segol with the short E. Then we have chirik, that's the I sound. Kataf patak, that's the short A sound. And kataf kamas, a longer A sound. And finally, we come to our resources again to remind you to use them because they are so helpful. And also we've got the values of the letters, and we're going to go backwards just to make us think more. We have a Tav 400, Shin 300, Resh 200, Kuf 100, Zadeh 90, Pei 80, Ayin 70, Samek 60, Nun 50, Mem 40, Lamed 30, Kaf 20, Yod 10, Tet 9, Chet 8, Zion 7, Vav 6, Hey 5, Dalet 4, Gimel 3, Veit 2, Aleph 1. And that brings us to the end of our lesson then. And I just pray you are blessed through this lesson, and may you be inspired to continue in your journey of Hebrew. And we just want to wish you a Shavua Tov, which is literally a good 7 or a good week, in Yeshua, our Messiah and our King. Amen.